Hello, thank you very much for tuning into this week's section of reads. This should be on the YouTube channel James13 Wicca, in case you're seeing it somewhere else. I will put the dice and the cards decks that I'm using below. That information will be there. Other than that, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching, and have a great day. Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you come to them. That being said, what do we have for Aquarius? Ace of Pentacles, first one out. That Ace of Pentacles... with that. This card. Just this card. How many? Do we have to put the whole deck out? What's going on, man? Okay, so... changes. There's a change that's presenting itself to you. When I think of Aquarius, I don't feel like change is this rare thing. I feel like change is more like a consideration every now and then. Just because you have the ability to change things doesn't mean you will, doesn't mean you won't, but it's more about the opportunity coming your way, and it's kind of like, oh... that's something. The phone needs to shut up. I don't know why it's singing songs, but it's singing songs. Alright. This is in the past. It's very interesting because I keep looking back. Like, there was a moment where it doesn't have to be romance. It's a general read. Doesn't have to be romance, but what I'm getting is there was a really good connection with someone. It doesn't have to be romance connected. And it had its time in the time past. This could be somebody you went to maybe high school with, or you had a job with at one point, or you knew them one way or another. Maybe they were a neighbor, whatever it was at the time. And I very much enjoyed that connection. But for whatever reason, things changed. And the connection at this point is not the same. The connection at this point is not the same. It's not completely destroyed, whatever that means, but it's definitely currently not the same. Okay, that's interesting. You're being presented with a new decision. Whatever this decision is, it's the Ace of Pentacles. It's a heavy decision. It's not one taken lightly. It's not one that stays here forever. It reminds me of like the planting season or the growing season, at least where I am in the Northern Hemisphere. There's a time where you plant things and there's a time where you can try, but that's not going to really do anything. I mean, technically, I've heard people say, well, you can plant it in a pot. There's certain things where, I don't know. I'm just saying, whatever this is, it's got its season. It's got its season. And you already know how you feel. This isn't something that you need to take a lot of time to really go, what do I really want? I think you already know. Your heart is leading you in a certain direction. There's something about this connection to the past. Either I'm looking to find that with somebody else, or I'm really looking to rekindle something like that. Doesn't have to be romance, even though the Lovers is in the past. But it's kind of like, I'm faced with a decision. And to get this Ace of Pentacles, I have to make some big decisions. While I'm deciding, I'm just going along like things are what things are. I'm not really letting, I feel like I'm not letting other people know where I am with the certain situation. But I am addressing it internally, like if I'm going to make this happen, if I'm going to make this change, if I'm going to make this choice, it's going to change a lot of things. I just keep seeing renovations to a house. It's kind of like it'll technically still be my house, but it'll be a totally different house. Even though it's technically in the same spot, if I do the renovations I'm planning, it's not going to feel like the house it was. I keep seeing something like that, so I don't know what to do with that, but I have to walk away from one thing to get something different. The opportunity is right here. It's coming in, but it's like it's a big decision. Whatever it is going your way too, by the way. Judgment is in your favor in the environment. Take that with a grain of salt. Readings are for entertainment purposes only, because I'm like, this feels like it's big to me. But the way this is feeling, it's going along. Whatever you say is right seems to go along with that. It's a beautiful card, but I also see with this reading, it feels kind of like it's not something to be taken lightly. It's not choosing a different restaurant or a new restaurant. It's not choosing to take a weekend vacation. It's a big, whatever this is, it's big. For some of you, I do feel it's kind of like, it does feel like somebody wants to leave somebody that they've been in a relationship with. And there's another opportunity, but it's like, if I do that, this is going to change a lot of things. This is going to change a lot of things. It does feel something like that. There is some stress with it. If this reading is hitting, you know it, that is. It doesn't have to be that, but coming up, the stress is building for whatever reason. There's going to be a moment here where there's a lot of stress and a lot of push and a lot of pressure on you. Whatever this pressure is, and it doesn't have to be related to this actual subject, but there is pressure here. This really amps things up, and it kind of puts me in this moment where I need to make a decision. Which, so it's like whatever I don't know, this Ace of Pentacles it's been hanging there for a little bit at this point. But it's like I'm coming to the end of the window. And there's a lot of pressure from other places, other things going on it's making it really tense for me. And I feel like if I'm going to make this choice, now is when I need to make this choice. So I hope I'm saying it right. So it's almost like I have to make a family decision, and there's a lot of pressure at work. They're different things, but that pressure at work is making me feel like I really need to make this family decision. I really need to either do this or not do this. And it kind of, it's very, there's a lot of pressure here with the Two of Swords, and I realize I need to be careful because I'm not going to be happy with the default answer. Whatever the default answer is, that's not good. That's how we're going with that. The other version here is to like take a moment, because you already know what you want. I feel like you already know what you want. And I think that's why the default answer isn't good. Because defaulting, I'm going to miss out on what I really want. Strength, the Star, and the Eight of Wands. If I make the decision, if you make the decision, you're going to move forward on the decision. You have the strength to make it happen. You can make it happen. It seems like it's a difficult decision, whatever it is. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. Take it with a mountain worth of salt. But you know what you need to do. You know what you want. It's just about actively making the decision. Things will change if you make that decision. I see it coming in fairly easily. There is, how do I want to say this? It says Spirit Guide. universe, whatever you want to call it, spirit guide, spirit, there's support in getting things to change and helping things turn over into this new era, because it's going to be a whole new era. I don't know if it's meant to be a whole new era, but it's going to be. I don't know if you're looking at it like it's going to be a whole new era, but it's going to be. That's how I think I'm supposed to say that. And there's a lot of support spiritually for that to happen. The Strength card comes in again. Once you, it's like getting on a roller coaster. Once you're down that first drop, whew, there you go. It starts to take a life of its own. It goes really quick. Not everybody's going to like you for this choice if you decide to do that. I don't think that's going to shock most of you. It feels very much like the old analogy, you want to make an omelet? You got to break those eggs. I don't know, it's not meant to be mean, but you know, you want to make that omelet, you got to break those eggs. You can try egg beaters if you want. They're not, you got to still open the carton, so there, because I know somebody's going to put that in there. Somebody did that to me once before. You can use egg beaters. Listen, that's not the analogy. You know my point. There's going to be a moment here where you're like, oh, I don't know if I should have done this. That moment of stress will show up. Because there's going to be some people here who don't like the decision you're making. It's going to be rough for a little while. I feel like long term it'll be okay. There will be people here that don't like the decision you're making. And I feel like I'm second guessing myself down the road because it gets a little heavy at some point. Just that's how this is coming out. But I also get like there's going to be a moment where we hash it out. And this might be a moment where you just got to forgive yourself in the sense of like, I had to do what I had to do. I knew where I needed to be in this life. Not everybody was going to like me for it. And some people are just never going to like me again because of it. But I need to make peace with that. You decide if that's right for you or not. Because I do get that some people... I know I've already said that some people are not going to like you for this decision. Some people may never let it go. Not during this life. This forgiveness might be about you just letting yourself forgive you. Kind of like, you know what? I had to make this decision. I knew it was right for me. I knew I didn't like where I was, and I needed to make this decision. I don't think it's bad. I feel like it's making peace that not everybody's going to like what you do. There's healing with this, the Four of Swords and the Sun card. If you decide to do this, whatever decision it is, it creates a lot of change. It gives people opportunity to advance spiritually. I don't feel like anybody's the bad guy here. I'm not feeling that. Sometimes people just don't like change, and it's just what it is. And sometimes, even though you're going to know what was best for you, other people are just not going to be willing to see it. It is letting that go. Sometimes it's just letting that go. It says forgiveness, but I don't think there's a let go card in this deck, but I'm kind of getting that too. Like sometimes it's just letting it go. They don't like me, I guess they don't have to, and letting it go. You got to decide what's right for you, of course. Readings are for entertainment purposes only. I got to end it with that. But overall, I feel like you're posed with a decision, a chance or an opportunity that you actually do want. It is what's best for you. It's not meant to slight anybody else, but other people may hold it against you that you made this choice, but that may be more on them than you. I think that's also a piece of this. For the love of that phone is just... Anyway, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you very much for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information that's below, same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.